So it's been a little bit since we've revisited this young man, Metatron. Apparently he's got some issues with UK officer illegally bullying Christians, or a Christian I should say. So let's take a look, I guess. Listen, Metatron, I want you to know I'm a changed man. I have a lot of different opinions than I used to, and I'm going to watch this with an open mind and an open heart. Okay? Without further ado.
Hello noble ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and don't you have a feeling that things are getting worse with each passing day? Well, today
Not really. Each passing day's been getting better and better for me.
we're talking about the UK.
Personally.
Again, check this out.
Religion you're allowed to do anywhere.
But I am sorry, Metatron, that you're going through that.
No, miss.
Religion you're allowed to do anywhere.
No, miss. You're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church grounds, by the way.
You're not allowed to sing church songs outside
Outside the church or church songs or church
You're not allowed
grounds. That's fine.
Okay, this is kind of f***ed up. Like, what the f*** you mean I can't sing songs? What are you, the fun police? Am I crazy? Like what songs is she singing? There's no way that it's, like, inappropriate enough, right?
That's
You're
fine.
not allowed. She just said you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church.
Outside of church grounds, unless you have a...
That's a load of rubbish.
A license! A license! You need a license for that, bruv. Oh, no. Wait, Metatron, this is just a thing they do. They get a license for everything, bruv. Don't you know? Right. You need a license for that, right? You need a license to carry around that, their pooch on the leash, bruv. You need a license.
Are you saying that you don't care about the Human Rights Act? You're lost?
Oh my. Unbelievable.
So wait, we made an 11-minute video off of this? That's kind of wild.
Religion you're allowed.
Disgraceful.
Listen, maybe he has some things to... I just think it's funny. You can't sing anything from the Amazing Digital Circus outside of streams. Right? Yeah. I was just telling chat earlier, I guess for the YouTube folks, I'm practicing my Daisy Bell chops. I'll just give you a sample. Ready? Chat, you want me to do alto or baritone? I don't know if those are actually what I'm doing, but that's what I'm going with. High voice or low voice? I'll leave it up to chat. Chat gets special privileges because this is my favorite part of the job. So if you're not here, you don't get special privileges. Alto it is. I'm gonna try to sound like Jax. Ready? There you go. That's all you get. If you want to hear the rest of it, you got to hear it if you were here in chat earlier.
So let me get this straight.
Special privileges. Baritone? Fine, I'll do baritone. I feel like the guy from Smiling Friends. Ew, ew, ew. Okay, I guess I can do one more. Ew, ew, ew. Fine, I'll do baritone. There you go.
Can't even speak English. She can't even form her own sentences. Can't even form her own freaking sentences.
What do you mean can't speak English? She asked for a license, bruv. That's the most English you get.
Officer in the UK just told a British citizen and a Christian that they are not allowed to sing church songs outside of church unless you are authorized by what?
She did say that.
By the church, but
I can't believe she said that.
Before we dive into this, also this.
Dive into it.
At the very end.
What's there to dive into? She's an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like, what more is there to say here? I can't imagine.
And also, this tells you all you need to know. The fact that extremely unprofessional behavior. I hope that this UK...
Oh no! Wait, is this going to become the new Karen, or not Karen, blue-haired SJW? New blue-haired SJW just dropped? I think so.
It's put on leave because of this. Apart from the fact we're going to double check these laws for a second because we need to make sure, I need to know if there is a law about this. But in general, look at this. What's this? So you're doing blah to a Christian? So this is anti...
Men's and women's voices have different terminologies. That is not what I said, and that is not what anybody here said.
Christian sentiment. 100%. You know this is what it is. Gross. Disgusting. Look, here she's like... Oh, goodness gracious, people, can you...
Right-wing mad at laws.
Can you please deactivate...
No, it's not even right-wing mad at laws. He has every right to be upset over this. This is something I would have reacted to and been like, yeah, she's a idiot. I actually agree with Metatron on this. Like, church songs outside of church? What's next? Like, you can't... Like, are you kidding me? Like, how do you even... regulate that? That's insanity. But like, that's all there is to say about it. She's just being a piece of shit. It's not like they were taking him to jail or anything. All she said was, you can't do that here, bruv. But like, nobody's gonna back her on that. There's no actual power here. She's just power tripping because she has a lack of power in her own personal life. Okay, that's all it is.
Wait, ghosting? Please? But anyways, you can see she's kind of laughing.
And that's sad, but you know...
Grin. She's so happy that she could tell this Christian that they're not allowed in England
Actually, I kind of dig this. Okay, yeah. Actually, now that I look, yeah, she is kind of like trying to hide the smirk. No, he's right. No, he's right. Yeah. I see it.
To sing praises to Christ, and that they can't do it. I imagine you can't preach at this point either in the streets, right? They do arrest preachers, don't they? But look, she's so happy about it, and then she just couldn't stop herself and went into the blah, the actual, with her tongue out. Unbelievable.
Yeah, like Metatron's doing fuck the police propaganda. Exactly.
What a clown. What a clown. Thing is,
I agree.
What about this then? Why are Muslims allowed to kneel on the floor anywhere? This is not this.
But why? But why? But for what purpose? But why? But for what reason though? But why? Like, I just don't understand why we always have to jump to Muslims. Let the Muslims go, man. If you look at the violence, I guarantee you, I've never seen it before, but I guarantee you, we look at the violent crime rates in Britain against Muslims. Violence against Muslims in Britain refers to a set of discourses. I know what it refers to. It's pretty self-explanatory. Hate crimes. 2024 riots. Following the mass stabbing attack against women and girls in Southport 29th. Wait, actually, that's pretty fucked up. What is that? A mass stabbing targeting young girls outside occurred at the Heart Space, a tan studio in the Meals Cop area of Southport. 17-year-old Axel Ruda Cubana killed 3 children and injured... Okay, so it was one person. They said mass stabbing, and for some reason my mind was like, oh, an entire like group of people. But it was just one guy. It's one guy, and he did a lot of fucking damage, and he sucks ass for that, but like... Okay, so what's going on? False rumors circulated on social media that the attacker was a Muslim asylum seeker. Yeah, because of the fucking name, and that's it. But even if he was a Muslim asylum seeker, by the way, like, that doesn't mean anything. There are all kinds of bad things that happen from everybody, from every population. The day after the stabbings, a large crowd gathered outside Southport Mosque, which, oh, here's another thing, right? Bear with me on this. If he committed the mass stabbing in Britain, why the fuck wouldn't he have done it in his homeland? Right? Like, let's even granting them that. It's like, okay, he's a violent criminal here. What reason do you have to believe that he wouldn't be a violent criminal over there? Is it something about being around white people? Like, what are you talking about? The crime would have probably taken place either way. Like, we have no reason to believe that it wouldn't have. You just don't want it to happen here, which is weird. This is 2 years old, isn't it? This singing incident is 2 years old. I don't care. He made the video yesterday.
As far as I know,
no, today.
Mosques have a skybox, like, you know, Unreal Engine style, placed inside the mosque. Unless that's the case. And that's the Big Bang, by the way. Look at this. So they're allowed to do this everywhere they want, on the streets. In fact, I've seen them do it on the roads sometimes, like literally, or blocking traffic.
Look, I've seen Muslims do this thing that I don't like.
This is fine, apparently, for this police officer, and in general.
In fairness, he wasn't saying he didn't like it, okay? But it is kind of giving that.
In general, the UK government, I'm not going to say the people, because, guys, I feel for you. I really mean it. But look, police officer here doesn't have a problem. They're blocking the street. They did. In fact, I am pretty sure that if you say anything about this, or even if you walk around with a Christian Bible and
that's a lot of asses.
You decide to, hey, you know what? They're going to do...
Wait a minute. Is this AI generated? No, this is AI generated. He's actually looking at an AI generated, dude, thing. Like, look at this. Look at this. No. Look. Nope, we're doing it. Hold on. Sorry, Metatron. This is called tough love, guys. Look at this. First of all, these asses are not asses, okay? Like, what the fuck? You're telling me that every single one of them is just bowed like that and that close together? Like, look at this. This guy looks like he got his old torso chopped off. This one looks like a wooden chair. I don't know what this thing is. Look. Literally, like, this is a car. This is supposed to be the back of a car right here. And it cuts into her and then doesn't come out the other side. Oh my god. Let's look at this guy. Let's take a look. This is great. We got Morris. Okay, this side looks decent. This is so fucking funny. Had a feeling it was AI. For some reason I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute. Look at this. It looks like the car's floating. And look, come on, Metatron. You've got to be better than this, man. I cannot believe you fell for this. You actually fell for this, man. That's crazy. Crazy work, brother. Do better.
Do this here. I'm gonna pray to Jesus here.
The
in
car
this
had 6
little
wheels?
corner.
Which one? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side. No. Is it, what? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both of these cars have 6 wheels. Both of these cars have 6 wheels. Metatron, show me a car with 6 wheels, man, that looks like this. I would love to see it.
He'll get arrested for it. 100%. 100%.
That is
Mark
so
my words.
funny.
Anyways, let's see if we can figure something. Let's see if
Come
we can learn
on,
more about
brother.
this police
Look at
officer.
this.
Moment,
Retired air. Wait. This is his ads, right? You can get a lot of information from person's ads. Okay. Retired air traffic controller collage. Explore the wild basic tees. Logo merch totes. Don't talk to me before coffee or... Oh, see, that's a cute one. See, like, he gets little cute shirts. That's fine. That's fine, brother. Let's see. We're looking at desks. Apparently getting a desk replacement, right?
Here, police officer tells Christian
You can
singer
get a lot out
on
of
Oxford Street that she's
look,
not
look,
allowed to
don't talk to me
perform
before my
church songs
coffee.
outside of
Don't talk to me before my coffee or after. See, that's adorable. Pet. He's got a
church
little soft
grounds
spot for
before
those gooky
walking off
shirts.
and sticking her tongue out to the camera. Police officer told a Christian singer that she
What's that one? Tempest? Hold on, I'm too interested in the ads now. Tempest and Teacup by Joanne. No Tricks, Just Treats Halloween shirt. Nevertheless, we persist, Rainbow. Hold on.
sticking her tongue out to the camera.
We just hit gold.
Police officer told a Christian singer that she was not allowed
Wait, is it gonna,
to sing.
is it gonna blow it up?
Gospel singer Harmony London 20 regularly performs
It
worship
is!
music
Look,
to
look.
passing shoppers on Oxford Street and has more than 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. But she was stopped by Metropolitan.
No, it didn't blow it up.
30,000 subscribers
Oh, I'm so disappointed. Nevertheless, we persist. Rainbow shirt. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
on YouTube.
Did he ever... Wait, is he like anti-gay? Has he done anti-gay stuff? I don't know. That's a cute face.
But she was stopped by Metropolitan Police Special Constable and told, "No, miss, you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church
I heard about
grounds,
this.
by the way." It is not entirely clear whether the officer was accusing Harmony of breaking
Real ingredients, real flavor, Archer minis. Grass-fed beef. Oh, he's a beef jerky man.
the law in this area, which is a council-regulated
See?
zone for busking and street entertainment. There are no laws against singing on pavements, and Harmony said the incident breached Article 9 of the Human Rights Act, which protects freedom of
And
religion.
anti-trans stuff?
Yeah,
Nice.
and here's the thing, before we continue with this, it really shows
In fairness, he was just probably looking at graphic tees, and that was like one of the ones that showed up on the side, but I just thought it was funny.
that right now, at least when it comes to authorities, they do play favorites. They absolutely do. Because I can tell you, I can guarantee that there is no single police officer who's gonna go to a Muslim if they decide to sing whatever the heck they sing in the mosques. I don't even know.
Let's test that theory, shall we? British police officer Muslim. PC punched in airport brawl, absolutely terrified. A police officer has told a jury she was absolutely terrified after she was floored with a punch to the face as she tried to arrest an assault suspect at Manchester Airport. Greater Manchester... Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. Oh, so this was actually a Muslim assaulting a police officer. Wait a minute. What happened here? Accused of assault, both men... from Rockdale, Greater Manchester, denied the allegations. PC Ward told the trial she remembered falling on the floor and everything went back after a really forceful blow to her face. The court heard PC Ward and two colleagues had approached Mr. Imaz at a ticket machine after a report that a male fitting his description had headbutted a customer at a Starbucks cafe in T2 Arrivals. The jury has heard Mr. Imaz allegedly resist, and his brother Mr. Ahmad is then said to have intervened as the As the prosecution claims they inflicted a high level of violence on the officers. Why the are you headbutting people? What the hell? That's insane. Okay, well, in this case, yeah, you gotta arrest them. Doesn't take away from my point. I'm sure there are police officers who go after Muslims. Yeah, that's interesting. No, I can't find any police action against Muslims. Never mind, he wins this one.
know if they even do they sing? I don't know if they sing. Anyways, if they do,
But in fairness, it was just like one chick saying, "Please don't sing our bravi need a
and they
license
do
for
it
that."
in street, then they say it's cultural enrichment. That's the reality of it. It's
If
once
anybody
again,
can find one, please.
rules for thee, not for me. As onlookers watched and filmed outside the John Lewis store, Harmony protested her innocence to the officer, saying, you are able to sing church songs," but the officer continued to insist that Harmony could not sing outside of church grounds unless you have been authorized by the church.
I'm on his
to do
side.
these
Like,
kind
I
of
literally
songs. What on
am on
earth?
his side on this. Like,
Please
Just
make
not the
this
Muslim
face
thing. I don't know
with
why
this
you had to
shot
bring Muslims into it.
should go viral. These police officers.
See,
with
I
their
told you.
anti-Christian and at this point anti-Western sentiment.
New
should
blue-haired
absolutely be
SJW just
ashamed of
dropped.
herself. Unpaid volunteer officer doesn't like gospel song. So basically, this is someone who has decided to do this for free.
Oh no! See, I told you, lack of power in her own life. Okay, unpaid volunteer. What an L.
Just as a
Unpaid. Imagine working for the police as an unpaid volunteer. This isn't a class traitor. This is a what would you call it? Like somebody save her.
way to mistreat Christians. That's what it is. A file photograph for Harmony London performing on Oxford Street. She's black. Holy moly, this gives it a completely different level now. Now I see why they're issuing an apology. I mean, again, not that it matters to me, but to them and their kind of stuff. Ooh, this is terrible. So this is interesting because it actually gives us a deeper analysis of their psychology and their ideology. Because I often wondered, whenever you try to think about this idea of, oh, we need to, if Islamophobia is bigotry, yet what happens if you're a feminist? Because, I mean, feminists will have a thing or two to say when it comes to Islam and its teachings. What do you do? Because in theory, they're both very strongly represented.
It's funny because there is a type of liberal like this, and I used to be one, where like, yeah, he's not wrong. Like, there are people who are like, oh, well, we gotta protect the Muslims and also like somehow cope with that and the fact that there are Muslim groups that are very misogynistic. That does exist. And those kinds of liberals will get absolutely butt fucked in like any kind of actual debate or actual pushback of their ideals. Because yeah, you do have to cope with that. You have to cope with the fact that in quote unquote Western nations, right? You have Muslim people coming in. Most of them are fine, but they do come from sometimes some groups that are bigoted. Islam is not much different from Christianity. So like, if you can recognize the existence of Christian bigots and Christian bigoted groups, then obviously you have to recognize that there are plenty of Muslim groups that are also bigoted. Even Muslims themselves would look at this and say, yeah, that's true. Global North refers to the West and Global South refers to traditionally overly exploited civilizations. Thank you. But yeah, I get the concept he's going for. Like I said, listen, Metatron, like I said, I don't disagree with most of this video, man. I don't. I just think that the Muslim thing, I mean, what do you guys think? Was it tied to Muslims? Because now that he's framed it in such a light where it's like, well, yeah, if she's like some liberal SJW, then yeah, maybe there is something to that. Like she was trying to like to defend the feelings of Muslims or something. I don't know. Maybe he's got a point.
In the left wing and protected. So
listen, I still don't like the guy, but in this case, he might be right.
How do you choose which one trumps which one? And I'm using the word Trump on purpose. Pun intended. What about this?
I mean, so far he's been wrong on nothing besides like the AI thing. The AI thing was very funny. Man, you gotta be careful, okay? If you want people to take you seriously, like that's the L right there. That's the L for this entire video is the AI thing. Okay, I'm sorry, man. You cannot make that mistake. That is so funny.
Though, like what is it? Is the fact that you are black and
opinion on YouTube, new AI? Considering I just now saw it for the first time when I go live, yeah, I'm a little bit miffed about that,
minority,
to be honest.
The most important thing. So
I don't know. I'll get used to it.
No matter. Or is the fact that she's a black Christian, so now she's a Christian. Is she an oppressed or is she an oppressor? What happens when you mixed oppressor and oppressed? Well, in
again, he's just not wrong. Like, there are liberals who literally have to duke this out in their own brains.
this case, it seems like we have an answer. They hate Christianity so much that it overrides.
This is how I used to think as a conservative.
Status that you had. Does it surprise you? Does it surprise you?
And it wasn't
Harmony said,
entirely
"That's a load
wrong.
of rubbish. You're allowed." But the officer then walked away, and another said, "She's not saying anything anymore. Thank you for your time." The singer said, "Are you saying that you don't care about Human Rights Act?" She then accused the officer of laughing while she was walking away. Absolutely, she was. We saw that.
See, like, this officer's a fucking brat, dude. Like, I'm sorry. This is just not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna say it. I agree with you, Metatron, buddy. But this is just not that big of a deal, and the only reason people are making it a big deal is because Christians are whiny bitches. Christians are whiny bitches that love to be the victim, okay? That is the only reason that this is blowing up the way it is, or has blown up the way it did. I think it was like 2 years ago. You're literally digging up shit from like 2 years ago that's not even that big of a problem. This is the problem that people have with you, Metatron. Okay, this is worse than Collargate. This is worse, like leagues worse than Collargate. At least Collargate happened recently. Like, what are you doing, man? Why waste your time on this bullshit? This is a nothing burger, an absolute nothing burger. And you looked at an AI picture, which is hilarious.
The officer then stuck a tongue out.
Besides that, you
guys.
haven't been wrong, but just why?
And
Why
again,
talk
the
about
reason
it?
is because to the officer, she's an oppressor. And therefore, that's a layer of justification for all forms of improper behavior. That's your analysis for the day. Norman Brennan, a former officer and anti-crime campaigner, also tweeted...
Do we have new ads?
Quotes, folks,
Cashnet USA. I think this is just... This doesn't tell us anything.
this is not a good look. Some of us
Advertisement. Find out when the Heart of the Dragon awakens on September 12th.
are trying hard to help policing get back public lost support,
Man,
respect,
the ads,
and confidence, and this does not help. Close quotes. Absolutely.
The
But
beef
obviously,
jerky ads really like
this
him.
And the people getting
They're sticking
arrested
around.
because of their tweets. Harmony's clip of the
They're
confrontation
like, this is a beef
has
jerky
so
guy.
far
We know he's going to
attracted
click
more
on
than
this one.
5,000 likes and 1,500 comments. Mail online.
He does look like a beef jerky
Unresponsive,
guy.
I don't
I'll
care.
give him that.
Online has contacted the singer for a comment. Yeah. I'm actually surprised of how respectful the singer was, the content creator in this case was, considering the way she was treated. UK police apologized.
Yeah, if it were me, I would have wanted her to bash her skull in, you know? Like, just grab her head, knock it down into the piano, and just start beating the living shit out, you know, like just really, like that's what I would have done personally
Christian
if it were
singer
me.
who was told you're not allowed to sing church songs. Let's see. The Met Police have issued an apology to a Christian singer in the UK who was ordered to stop singing church songs outside the church grounds. You don't need to issue an apology. I mean, you can if you want, but the best form of apologies is to let this person go and make
That's what
it
she
public.
deserves.
This is how you apologize. You apologize with actions and words if you want, as compliment.
Like, literally, it's done. It's done, dude. Why are you talking about it? It happened years ago. Like, literally, she went back and said, I'm sorry. Just leave it alone, bro. I don't understand, like, the Christians are such victims. No, please. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. You cannot convince me that Christians are victims. Like, I'm sure sometimes they are in some places and in some ways. Catholics certainly have a history of being discriminated against, okay? Protestants, they have a history of being discriminated against in other countries as well. But guess what? They're usually discriminated by other Christians. Like, the Christians are the ones discriminating against each other most of the time. I mean, feel free to change my mind. I'm sure there are, like, cases you could show me, right? But I don't see it right now. I don't
but
see
you
it.
have to apologize with action.
Who's this freak?
And
This is
honestly,
Metatron.
I'll be
He's not a freak. Listen. Okay, we're being nice.
honest with you. I'm glad that
Be
they
nice.
apologized to her. I really am. In fact, I think we should support her. See if we can find. If I can find. I don't know if she's on TikTok. To be honest, if she's on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description.
no
for
way.
you guys to go and support her. But I honestly think that the only reason why they did end up issuing an apology is because she's black. I'll just.
You know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It is nice that he's like trying to see if there's a way to support her.
I'm just saying
That's
it.
nice.
I'm just
That's
telling
nice.
it how it is. This has nothing to do with justice, harmony. But I'm glad that she did get the apology. Okay, she's 20, very young. The officer
20.
behavior was described as disgusting, appalling, and unprofessional exactly by droves of Instagram users. It should have been described as this by the government, by the authorities, not Instagram users, with many saying the officer should be reported. Of course, keep doing what... It's a bully. This is not an officer, it's a bully. Keep doing what you're doing, keep singing your beautiful
I've never
voice.
heard of an
Yeah,
officer
the
being a
officer was
bully.
mistake. The Metropolitan Police have admitted the officer...
But that's
was in the-
another thing. Like, of all the like police brutality videos, man. Why? For what purpose, man? Like, this happened. Okay, I'm going in circles.
wrong
Just let him
writing in a
finish.
statement.
Let him talk himself
The
out.
officer was mistaken in saying church songs cannot be sung outside of church grounds. Yeah. We are
We've been
sorry
over
for
this.
the offense caused and will take
Am I going
a
crazy?
learning forward. Fire the officer and make it public knowledge. That's how you...
She apologized. What? This is not grounds for firing, bro. What the is wrong with you? I wouldn't even call this grounds for firing if it were against a Muslim. No, the officer did nothing wrong. Okay, well, yes, the officer did, like, you know, be a piece of shit. But, like, Not physically. All she did was say, like, you can't sing the Christian songs here, bruv. Raise you up on angel's wings. More like raise you up on charges of not having a license.
That's what you do. However, they insisted that the dispute was over unlicensed busking rather than the type of music being for. Oh, come on, gaslighters. Gaslighters. Then your apology means nothing. You're just gaslighting? No, it's because...
Wait. What did she say? The officer was mistaken in saying church songs cannot be sung outside of church grounds. We're sorry for the offense caused, and we will take the learning forward. However, they insist that the dispute was over unlicensed busking rather than the type of music being performed. Harmony has insisted that none of the businesses in the area have asked her to move on, saying there was no complaint, while insisting her aim is to bring the gospel to the streets. I had my human rights to sing the gospel. It's not the same as busking, she told Mail Online. Well, what's busking? What is that? Is that just like singing on the streets for money? I still think that should be allowed. What, you don't want your streets to have music? I love buskers, if that's the proper term. Street performers. Street performers are the spice of our streets. Like, let him perform. Let him collect money. Singing on the streets and looking for donations. Yeah, busking is great. I love my buskers. Buska.
She was singing Christian songs. We know it. And you know that that's the case because she said it. She said it. It's freedom of religion. And the officer that went blah to that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
completely
how it
against
is.
her on this.
Added, we are reviewing body worn video of this interaction. It's more than 40 minutes long. Oh, yeah, 40 minutes long. I'm sure it's going to take so long. It's going to take you 3 years, right? At the heart of this is a specific by law related to busking. The officer knows she could have handled this differently and is speaking to her manager. Former Conservative minister is among those who have called for the officer to be struck off from the voluntary force immediately, adding, absolutely, I agree. Open quotes, she really has got the law completely wrong. And
I don't see the same energy when like a dude kneels on a black man's neck for 8 minutes, or like a person with mental disabilities gets shot, like, or like a 80-year-old grandpa gets knocked to the ground and then has the concussion. Like, I don't see the same energy when it actually hurts somebody. This did not hurt anybody. Everybody's fine. Nobody's hurt. She made a mistake. And she didn't own up to it because she's kind of a, you know, she's kind of a bad person, apparently. Like, she's sucky. She's just a little sucky, okay? That's not grounds for firing. This is ridiculous.
she was obviously enjoying herself rather
Come on,
too
man.
much trying to box.
Here's the problem. He's not even showing empathy for her, you know? Like, I'm sitting here showing empathy for you, man. What's going on?
What's this woman around?
We're on our radical empathy arc. What's going on?
Exactly.
Tough love.
Okay. I hope that you get justice for yourself. Well, I hope that she gets the justice she deserves.
Justice?
She did nothing wrong.
Nothing
Harmony
happened.
did nothing wrong. And with that,
Nothing happened.
thank you for watching.
What justice? What reparations? What, you wanted to get reparations? I thought we were against black people getting reparations. Come on, brother. What is going on here? Like, like punishment for what? Or what do you say? Justice for what? I don't understand. I'll never trust Metatron on anything since I caught him out talking shit about something in my wheelhouse. Nah, mate, he knows nothing about knife fighting. He's just an arrogant I don't know, like he knows more about knife fighting than I probably do. I'm sure he's got many great talents and whatever, and he's like got more knowledge about history than me, but at the same time, it's just like you can't be falling for AI generated slop just because it agrees with you. You know, like that's a little silly, don't you think? That's a little silly. And don't sit here and try to tell me that that was not AI. I will laugh in your face. I will laugh in your face. That was absolutely AI, man. Anyway, he's watched my videos before. Metatron, if you're watching this now, hello. The reason I'm watching you right now is because, twofold. One, I'm on my radical empathy arc, and I'm looking to build bridges with people whom I have, either wronged or insulted or had issues with me in any way. I believe myself to be a different person than I was even just a few weeks ago, but certainly a few months ago and last year. And I would love to have a discussion with you at some point if you are open to it. It can be live, it can be behind closed doors, I don't care. I've already done it with other people. You can ask him. Remnant777 is a perfect example. He and I are cool now, okay? I'm trying to make things work with people. So if you're up for it, you can hit me up. My contact stuff is in my description along with my YouTube description and video descriptions. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Hi, thanks so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you all know that I love and appreciate everybody in my community, whether you can support me financially or just by liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. It helps way more than you know. That being said, I do want to give a very special thanks to my tier 4 subs, which would be Space Timid and Hot Take Andy. And thanks so much to my monetary subscribers from any of the tiered subs or anybody who gives me money in any form, including going to my Patreon shop, donating money to me directly. It all helps way more than you know. If you do decide to help me financially, you can get some really cool perks like early access to content, exclusive access to censored videos, also some really cool badges next to your name. Even if you can't afford a monetary subscription, just watching, sharing, and commenting on my content helps way more than you know. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video.